In the vast expanse of the Sinai Desert, a community is learning how to live in the presence of a holy God. Amidst the sands stands the tabernacle, the dwelling place of the Almighty, and at its heart are the rituals that define Israel's relationship with their Creator. Today, we journey into Leviticus Chapter 4 to explore the intricate laws of the sin offering, a divine provision designed to atone for sins committed unintentionally, reminding the people that even hidden faults required a path to reconciliation. The weight of the community's spiritual health rests heavily on its leaders. When an anointed priest sins, bringing guilt upon the entire nation, his atonement is the most elaborate. We see him, with a somber and focused heart, leading a young bull, perfect and without blemish, to the entrance of the tabernacle. He lays his hand firmly upon the bull's head, a symbolic act of transferring his sin onto the animal. After slaughtering the bull before the Lord, the priest carries the blood into the holy place. Dipping his finger into the crimson liquid, he sprinkles it 7 times before the sacred veil that separates the holy place from the most holy place. He then anoints the horns of the golden altar of fragrant incense, the place of prayer. The remainder of the bull, its hide, its flesh, all of it, is carried outside the camp to a clean place and consumed by fire, signifying the complete removal of the sin. But what happens when the entire congregation of Israel sins unintentionally? The community as a whole must seek atonement. The elders, representing all the people, come forward. They place their hands on the head of another young bull, a collective confession of the nation's failing. The ritual mirrors that for the priest. The blood is brought into the tent of meeting, some is placed on the horns of the incense altar, and the rest is poured out at the base of the great bronze altar of burnt offering in the courtyard. This powerful ceremony underscores the principle of corporate responsibility and God's provision for a nation to be cleansed and restored to fellowship with Him. Responsibility also extends to the civic leaders of the people. If a ruler discovers he has unintentionally violated one of God's commands, he too must make an offering. He brings a male goat, strong and without defect. He lays his hand upon its head and slaughters it in the place where the burnt offering is made. The priest then takes some of the goat's blood on his finger and applies it to the horns of the altar of burnt offering. Unlike the offerings for the priest or the congregation, the blood does not enter the holy place. All the fat is then burned on the altar, ascending as a pleasing aroma to the Lord, a sign of acceptance and atonement for the leader's transgression. Finally, the law makes provision for every individual. When a common person realizes their unintentional sin, they are not left without hope. They are to bring a female goat or a lamb, an offering from their own flock, ensuring it is without blemish. Just as the others did, they lay a hand on the animal's head, confessing their sin, before it is slaughtered. The priest performs the rite of atonement, applying the blood to the horns of the altar of burnt offering and burning the fat as a pleasing aroma. The text concludes with a beautiful assurance. In this way, the priest makes atonement for them, and their sin is forgiven. Through this montage of sacred duties, from the high priest to the common Israelite, we see a profound truth unfold. The sin offering reveals God's gracious provision for forgiveness, demonstrating that He has made a way for His people to be cleansed. It underscores the seriousness of all sin, whether committed in ignorance or rebellion, and the necessity of blood for atonement. These detailed, repetitive rituals, performed day after day, were a constant reminder of humanity's need for grace, pointing forward with prophetic clarity to a final, perfect sacrifice that would one day atone for all sin, for all time.